Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late out of date SmackDown review. I could have tried to do this review last night, but I just did not have the energy. Plus, I had already a video uploaded, so I guess that was a little placeover for a review today. Now, very disappointed with SmackDown because I was looking forward to. I was actually looking forward to it. I was like thinking, wow. We're gonna finally get some good shit on the show. Like, they're gonna try to make the show intriguing based on what happened. Again, it was a cock tease by WWE, where they basically teased us, like, we were gonna get some good things following up the press conference, and it was gonna lead up to SmackDown. That we may see The Rock, we may see Roman, we may see Cody, we may even see obviously Triple H was announced. And there was rumors of obviously that's the thing. We can't fucking believe rumors. But unfortunately, no Rock. We were teased that The Rock was apparently going to be there, but no. So unfortunately, we got fooled. And what they did on the fucking show was just boring, cold fucking matches with no stories for to qualify for the World Title Chamber match. So first of all, let me talk about this. Elimination Chamber legit looks like a throwaway pay-per-view. Okay? If I can be honest with you folks. Chamber, first of all, can they stop with the Chamber pay-per-views? Can they really stop with the Elimination Chamber gimmick pay-per-view? I'm tired of WWE for some reason keep doing Elimination Chamber as like, whoever wins the Chamber can face the champion instead of like having the World Championship defended on the fucking match. Back in the day, when they fucking started to do this stupid Chamber pay-per-views, we would at least have the Chamber of, like, the beauty of when they were starting to do Elimination Chamber matches before WrestleMania, we would, like, decide, like, think, it would be, like, a kind of question, like, who's gonna make it to WrestleMania as champion? Like, the idea of Elimination Chamber matches, like, when they were doing it since, like, No Way Out 2008, which they didn't do it that year. That was when they were doing, number one contender shit. Like, right? But, come on, at the time when they're doing number one contenders matches, you had more stars before than now. Like, at least, like, when you had, like, Triple H won the number one contender for the WWE title, Undertaker won for the world title. Again, No Way Out 2008 and 2009 were, like, let's just say this. No Way Out 2008 was an example of how you do a Chamber pay-per-view, where you didn't need to call it No Way Out. It was, like, unique at the time when they were doing Chamber matches, that pay-per-view. Even, like, 2009 even. Like, I would say, those were good pay-per-views, man. No Way Out 2008 and 2009 were good pay-per-views where they had the Chamber involved. Unfortunately, they overdid it eventually by every year, unfortunately, after that, which now changed the name to Elimination Chamber, which I don't like. I don't like that they do that. I don't like that they're... Especially, like, again, you have a issue with Germany, where in Germany, you're calling a pay-per-view No Way, like, Elimination Chamber. It's like an issue. You know what I mean? Just saying. But whatever. Anyways, what I'm trying to say. The Elimination Chamber pay-per-views need to end. Okay? I don't like that they're using the Chamber matches like it's like a must-do every year. It's no different from how they did with Hell in a Cell. It's no different how they did it with freaking other matches. Like where it's like a must-do instead of a surprise. I would rather Elimination Chamber be a match where you can use it anytime when a match calls for it, where there's 6 competitors involved, or even more, because again, like what they did back in like 2018, they had 3 people start the Chamber match. Why not do that? Why not, you'll have 4 participants that'll be locked in the Chamber. It doesn't need to exactly be fucking 6 people, but again, why not do that? Like, why not have, basically, like, that's just something a little different, right? But again, why do we need Elimination Chamber pay-per-view every fucking year? I would rather they bring back No Way Out, where they don't need to exactly must do an Elimination Chamber where you're fucking wasting time. Like, how are we gonna make this fucking pay-per-view exciting? Especially, like, come on here. Do we really need to do a pay-per-view in the middle of WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble anymore? Like, honestly, focus your time building towards WrestleMania. And if you're gonna do a pay-per-view, how about bring back No Way Out? I would rather they brought back No Way Out for Perth. Again, But that's a sad thing too. Like what I'm trying to get to is that, like, I would wish they bring back No Way Out, you know, and they don't need to really do. Oh, get it? We need to do a fucking chamber match. Like they don't need to. But again, bringing back No Way Out would prevent you from needing that fucking chamber match, and maybe any match could be anything. Like it doesn't need to exactly mean you need to do a chamber match. You could do a steel cage, heck, a Hell in a Cell, something where you can't escape from a certain match. Like the idea, like Falls Count Anywhere matches, no DQ matches, where a wrestler can't prevent themselves from escaping from the person in the match. You know, like the match can happen in no matter, it's gonna happen no matter what. It's not gonna stop no matter what, right? Like that's how like No Way Out should feel like if you're gonna do a pay-per-view like that, you know. And it doesn't need to always do fucking. You have more variety, you know. But not just that. It's like Elimination Chamber matches should be saved to do freaking, like, anytime. Like, there should be an idea that why not do Elimination Chamber match at a WrestleMania? We haven't seen an Elimination Chamber match at WrestleMania before. And that would be actually kind of cool. You know? But no, we will sadly never see an Elimination Chamber match at a WrestleMania. You know? It would be cool to see, like, why not, like, you save this match for a certain time. Well, not a certain time. Like, I'm just like, save it when it calls for it, and where you can do it. Like, a place that you can actually do it, and you're gonna try to make some match exciting. Like, why not do an Elimination Chamber match at a fucking Survivor Series one day, where you don't need to do always a War Games? You could fucking do it at a SummerSlam. You could do it at a fucking B-level pay-per-view. It could be at a fucking. It could be freaking what? Like, imagine an Elimination Chamber match happens at a fucking, let's say, at a Backlash, you know? Something like that. You don't need to fucking do fucking chamber matches every fucking time after the Royal Rumble. I mean, wouldn't it be cool that with that surprise factor? Like, why not? To make the show a bit exciting. God forbid, do an Elimination Chamber match on a Raw or SmackDown. Make a big episode, title match involved. But again, it shouldn't really be used for a title match. Like, no one contender matches will only be cool if it's like, I guess, where there's big stars involved. But again, let's be for real here. Let's talk about this Perth Australia show. You're doing an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in Perth, Australia, and no main event has been set yet. You're like, what? I'm still surprised that there's a pay-per-view next week. Literally, next week Saturday is a fucking pay-per-view. I'm surprised by that. Because I'm not even looking forward to it much. You're doing it on a show in Australia, and you don't have like your world champion main event, like in the main event of the show. I understand Rollins is injured, but that's WWE's fault for trying to have Rollins wrestle at WrestleMania or keeping the title on him. That's their fucking fault. Maybe they should have had the title relinquished and make a match for the fucking title. But no, because Triple H is unfortunately being favoritized. He's favoring fucking Rollins. It's fucking pathetic. But what I'm trying to say exactly is that, like, this is a pay-per-view in Australia, and Roman Reigns is not going to be on the show. The Rock's not going to be on the show. You can't do a big main event. Why not, like, since they're teasing a tag match, unless they're going to try to do that at WrestleMania, why not do a match where people could look forward to at the fucking Chamber pay-per-view? Because I'm sorry, no one cares about already the 2 matches that are announced with the fucking women. And there's no way you should have fucking women main eventing the show. It's fucking stupid. But seriously, you're doing a pay-per-view in Australia, and you're not going to have Roman Reigns and The Rock on the show? Let alone maybe bring back Cena for the pay-per-view? No fucking legit top wrestlers on the show? You're doing a pay-per-view in Australia. Imagine the fucking fans. They'll be so disappointed to not see The Rock and Roman Reigns. And then you're going to do a pay-per-view next week in Australia? What? What about even Cody? Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what is the fucking point of caring for the show when you're not going to have top stars in the fucking show? This is fucking an international pay-per-view. You're going to, like, for international fans, do you not think they're going to be disappointed to not see The Rock and Roman? Like, I'm not saying they should do Rock and Roman at that pay-per-view. I don't like that people are talking about they should do that on Chamber pay, because again, that match is literally for WrestleMania. Okay? First of all. But it doesn't mean that they can't be on the show. Doesn't mean that they can't have matches where they wrestle somebody. Or heck, why not the Rock and Roman team up at that show? Do something. I don't know. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, or heck, maybe like, you know, they could have done essentially Roman and Cody on the show, where like Cody likes to be like John Cena. John Cena originally, when he won his first Rumble match, he could have turned that. Oh, get it? I'm not gonna do it at Wrestle. It would make more sense. Like, oh, I'm not gonna do it at WrestleMania. I'm gonna do it at the Chamber. Like something like that. You know, like it could lead to like, get it? We're gonna freaking have Cody and Roman take everything from The Rock. That would have made some bit more sense too, even if they explained it. But no. But whatever. I mean, it's like, what the fuck are you doing with this pay-per-view? Okay, so now they announced that there's going to be a men's chamber. And obviously that's got to be the main event. But really? Who's going to really care about the men's chamber? And this is the problem with these fucking chamber matches, too. Like, they're qualifier matches. Instead of maybe, like, why you got to bother to do a boring, pointless, stupid, cold match? Where, again, these matches have no story. They're just doing these, and especially so stupid, like the fucking matches they did on SmackDown. It's like babyface versus babyface and heel versus heel. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But at the end of the day, like, why? Like, why can't you do matches with stories involved? Can you just announce who is credible to be in the match? But again, these qualifier matches are not like how they used to do back in the day. Back in the day when they did qualifier matches, again, you cared about the wrestlers. I don't care about anybody, so who the fuck's gonna care about these people qualifying? I'm sorry, it's the truth. But seriously, man, it's like, whatever. Do you really also have to announce, like, you can't just announce that some people, like, main eventers to be in the match? Why it's gotta be fucking, like, these dumb qualifiers, too? Especially when we don't really care for the matches. And again, these matches have no story. It's so lame. I'm sorry. It's so fucking lame. I wanted to care about the matches, but it's just I don't. You don't establish to make us care, anyways. It's not like these matches have some backstory, and it's not like, oh, are there gonna be something happen in the chamber if a certain person qualifies? I mean, that could have happened. Like you did McIntyre versus Styles. If let's say they were to have the separate matches, like McIntyre versus whoever and Styles versus whoever. Imagine them in the fucking chamber match, and then like if Orton was to qualify in the chamber, you already have Styles and Orton. They're gonna fucking finish their fucking issues from what happened at Royal Rumble. It will be fine. But yeah, so they're doing like a Raw and SmackDown thing. So much for their stupid fucking, brand split. Again, I'm not a fan of them doing a brand split of anything. I don't care. In all honesty, you don't need a brand split anymore. You really don't need a fucking brand split. You don't need to do stupid shit like this. I would rather, again, they do a pay-per-view. Or not a pay-per-view. I would rather they just fucking combine the titles. That's why I was hoping, in some sort of way, in like one of the nights before Cody and Roman, maybe Seth versus Cody could have happened, and Cody wins that match and unified the titles with Roman. I would have rather that, in all honesty. Winner take all. Cody could have won, even though I don't care about Cody Rhodes. But they're going to give him the title anyways. They're going to fucking do it. But at least we'll have a full-time champion. Well, it's not about being full-time. It's at least will be like one world champion on both shows. Well, it should be. I'm never a fan of two world champs. I'm not. Because you don't need it. And if you say, oh, but there's more wrestlers than ever, that is not an excuse. Look at the Attitude Era. There was only one world champion back in 1999 to 2002 where you had one world champion on both shows. That is bullshit. You don't need two world champions. Okay? But if, again, this roster shit, well, guess what? A lot of these people in the roster need to be released. For real. Okay? Come on. But seriously, man, who the fuck cares? Like, I'm bored with these chamber matches, man. It's also fucking, let's be honest here. It's not the same chamber. I hate this PG chamber shit. I hate it for a long time. I hate the chamber matches now. They're so PG. I understand, for safety reasons. But then, what's the point of hyping it up as a fucking big match? Oh, brutal. Oh, wow. Oh. And also, I just thought in my mind, they actually fucking sadly ruined Orton's momentum. Won't it have been cool to do like Orton versus Reigns at the Chamber pay-per-view? Why not? That's also something I should have fucking mentioned too. Why didn't they try to do something where maybe Reigns wrestled on the show and one of the matches could have been him versus Orton? You sadly did fucking ruin his momentum. And again, let's say this. If we were to do Reigns defending his title against Orton, obviously Reigns is going to still be the champion. But there's still some story like, teasing, the idea of teasing Cody versus Orton, right? Which is like, oh wow, this match could go anywhere. And then maybe fucking Rock and Roll will still happen, right? But, in the end of the day, if Orton was to lose, maybe he could have lost by, like, fucking Nick Aldis getting involved. Getting revenge for what happened when he got RKO'd by fucking Orton, and that would essentially led to Orton versus Aldis at WrestleMania. That would have been the match they could have done for WrestleMania. But no proper fucking sensible for long-term booking, right? Like that's like the big thing that smarts like to talk about, long-term booking. Let's be honest here, long-term booking has never really existed in wrestling for a very long time. It has not. If you think this is long-term booking, what they're doing at WrestleMania, it's not. With fucking Cody and Roman. Just saying. It's just fucking... It's coincidental booking. That's what it is. It's coincidence. Oh, man. Whatever, folks. But again, like, why not do Roman and Orton at the Chamber pay-per-view? Why not? You kind of already, like, his sadly, Orton's momentum has kind of been lost a little bit. So, that's just modern WWE for you. Anyways, grab your Coca-Colas, drink it magnificently, spy these bitches go, oh shit, oh shit. Man, the bitches on Australia will be disappointed not seeing fucking wrestlers on the show. I mean, don't get me wrong, Orton's still a big star. Yeah, but you gotta make people care. Come on here. Oh shit. Like, again, Orton versus Roman would have been a cool match to do at the Chamber pay-per-view. Make that a stipulation match, and then, yeah, Nick Aldis could get involved. Or maybe even some shit where maybe The Rock, if he was to wrestle at WrestleMania, Rock versus Orton. You never really did that match before. Do it at WrestleMania. Imagine Orton versus The Rock at WrestleMania. I wouldn't mind that. That could have been a match like, instead of doing Roman on this show, Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania, have Rock something to do at the show, and then it'll lead to more shit next year, right? And again, already, the idea of like Orton and Cody Rhodes teaming up against Rock and Roman, the Bloodline versus Orton and Cody, already right there, that is story building potential. But no, they won't do that. That could even be night one. It doesn't matter what The Rock does. Already that's some shit to do. But again, Rock and Orton at WrestleMania could have been something too if they're not going to do the whole Nick Aldis turning heel shit, I don't know. I don't even know what they're doing with Orton WrestleMania. What are they doing with a lot of these people? Do they not have an idea of what they're doing at WrestleMania? I understand, like, they were planning Gunter versus Lesnar and Punk versus Rollins. But what else were you guys planning to do? I don't know, man. I don't think this year's WrestleMania, when it's supposed to be WrestleMania 40, the biggest WrestleMania of all time, right? When it's the 40th annual WrestleMania, I don't think it's going to be better than last year, that's for damn sure. And especially you don't have the roster as compared to last year anymore. Edge is gone. Lesnar is gone. What are you doing? You managed to get worse than last year, that's for damn sure. And so much also for Sami Zayn. Be him, he's going to be Rocky. And yet, motherfucker, not just that, losing. And this motherfucker, like, seriously, went from being the top babyface of last year to not being whatever, man. Isn't that fucking sad? But whatever, I don't care, man. The show started with Triple H, the game. I gotta tell you, it feels like we're on the road to WrestleMania. Because, again, it was, like, hyped up that he was gonna be on the show, open the show, mentioning what happened in the media scrum, whatever. What? press conference. I gotta tell you, it feels like we're on the road for WrestleMania. But before we got to that, welcome to SmackDown. Last night, it was an incredible kickoff event to get us on the road to the greatest stage of all. But the fact is, somewhere along the way, last night, we took a hard left turn, and now the road is on fire. But I can tell you this, it feels really good. But I come here because I wanted to clear that one thing. And I want to clear a couple of things from last night. Because I felt like coming out from Las Vegas, we were going flying all over. It felt like we had some confusion on the air. Maybe at some point don't know their role. Some people don't know their role. He mentioned fucking The Rock. So I wanted to come out here and don't know just to set the record straight, because I felt that the people who were out there tried to insert their authority when they don't really have any. Because here's one thing, and I don't care where you sit, the one thing that's abundantly clear, whether people like it or not, that Wenser comes from one place and one place only, and that's right now you are looking at him. And look, he's mentioning The Rock, and it's mentioning Rock. He's talking about himself. So let me make this clear. On the main event of WrestleMania 40, the biggest WrestleMania of all time, Roman Reigns will defend the undisputed WWE Championship in the main event against Cody Rhodes. Now there's people in the back. The decision will disappoint them, and maybe they won't like the decision. But here's one thing: it doesn't matter if you don't like their decision. So let me say this: welcome to the road to WrestleMania. I mean, he kind of mentioned, like, oh, The Rock's backstage, maybe Rollins is backstage, but, that didn't happen. But that was something, to do a tease of what's going to happen with The Rock and Roman and even Triple H involved. I mean, heck, if Triple H was not retired, imagine if they were to do Rock and Triple H at WrestleMania, I wouldn't have minded that, even though we were supposed to see that at 32. But unfortunately, Triple H is retired. He has a pacemaker. He can't fucking wrestle anymore. I always will fucking die, sadly. But it's a darn shame. Again, no matter what, like, I'm not a fan of Triple H's booking. I'm still a fan of Triple H at heart. I still like the guy. It is great when he's on TV also. It's like, why do we need a fucking general manager too? Like, I'm sorry. Do we need individual general manager? Oh, because get brand. It's so fucking stupid. Whatever. I mean, he could have been right here, been the one to announce what's going to happen with the world title. We don't need these stupid fucking goofs as GMs, but whatever. Anyways, Nick Aldis takes over, says, ladies and gentlemen, now that the WWE Championship at WrestleMania has been decided, we are going to shift attention to Seth Rollins in the World Heavyweight Championship. So they announced, sadly, they're going to do a chamber match, and it's a stupid bullshit. You get it, qualifiers, and, we're not going to see a unification. We're not going to see the title fucking get off. I mean, we're going to see Rollins lose the title because he is still pretty much injured. But, like, really? We have to see fucking, like, we're gonna not see, like, a title unified. I would not mind, like, it would have been nice to see, like, why not mention, like, what happened, like, again, Rollins technically got involved with Roman and The Rock and Cody. Honestly, it kind of feels like, why not do a double match where Cody gets a chance to face both champions, and Rollins pushes for it? You know what I mean? I would not mind that. I really wouldn't. Because I'm sorry, we don't need two world champions. We really don't. Especially if Roman's not going to be the champion anymore. Why not have the full-time champion be on both shows? Why not? And I'm not saying that the full-time face babyface champion should be, get it? He's going to have open challenges. That would be so fucking gay. But I don't think they're going to do that for the world titles. But seriously, in the end of the day, like, we don't need two world champions. We really don't. And I don't even care that Roman... Like, the thing is, they should have waited till this year. Apparently, they were pushed to have two world champions to the USA Network or whatever. But again, you guys couldn't wait till this year for a new world champion? Like, whatever, man. Anyways. Yeah, so much for calling it the Undisputed Championship, though, right? For Roman, but whatever. They announced that there's going to be a World Championship number one contenders chamber match in Australia. And it's going to be a series of matches. Yeah, because that's really intriguing, especially with the modern roster. At least when you did a series of matches. Because I remember back when they did the series of matches for the world title matches back in 2009 for No Way Out. Like, that was actually a better way of building. Okay, I will say this. Back in 2009, I know the PGR was happening, but it actually wasn't as bad as I would say people remembered it. I get it, at that time, WWE was being more kid-friendly. But, if you think about it, the stars were still there. You still had Batista. You still had Triple H, Shawn Michaels. You had Edge. You had Batista, I mentioned. Cena was still there. Orton was there. You had so many wrestlers, that were back then. The roster was still cool. Oh man, I gotta end this video. But seriously, I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck cares about this fucking modern roster and the coming future world champions? Give me a break. Come on. But again, why not Reigns defend his title in the chamber? Why aren't they doing Elimination Chamber match with Reigns defending his title? Why not? We haven't seen, wouldn't that be a good big task for him to do? And maybe if Reigns was to defend his title in the chamber, and if Cody did not win the Rumble, I still think, maybe, yes, if WWE was properly, in their head, if they really want to do Rock and Roman, Rock should have won the Royal Rumble, and maybe, we could have seen fucking Cody maybe beat Rock for the title at the chamber, inside a chamber match with other that could have been a good scenario, too. I don't know, some other guy could win the Rumble, CM Punk could have won the Rumble, even though he got injured, unfortunately. So, looking back now, is that a problem? I don't know. It's just the end of the day, man. There's so many ways they could have done. If they really want to do Rock and Roman this pay-per-view at WrestleMania, Cody doing whatever, I don't know. It's just a lot of stupid shit, man. Whatever. So we got announced there's going to be Randy Orton involved with being one of the participants to qualify. Bronson Reed. Why? Who the fuck cares about Bronson Reed? Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, AJ Styles, The Miz, Bobby Lashley, Ivar. Really, Ivar? What? Come on. Really, these people? Compared to, these, it's kind of come on, man. Whatever. Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Dominic Mysterio, and LA Knight. Those are the 12 people, and the winners each match will qualify for the chamber match. I don't know, man. Whatever. Drew McIntyre says, I just want to make a moment to tell everybody, thank you. Thank you for showing me this, proving me to your wallets that you feel the same way to do about CM Punk. The shirt shot high up the charts. It sells more than Punk's actual shirts, which is hilarious. So DM Hunk is going to make you promise that Punk will not get a penny for the profits. And also, people have been thanking me last night. Everybody's happy that Cody Rhodes chose Roman Reigns. Remember who won the Rumble? And I was thinking of fulfilling his promise. He was toying with our emotions, and he was playing games. But on Monday, I was trying to reason with him. He wouldn't answer, and I reasoned with him, physically. And then what happened last night? He's gonna finish the story. You're welcome. So I saved WrestleMania. I took out Punk. Cody's gonna finish his story. One of the last thing. Save the world title, and I'm gonna have the top superstar WWE Elimination Chamber, and we'll finally have my moment at WrestleMania, and I'll have give you all the champion to be proud of, and that'll be best for business. So looking at fucking Triple H. LA Knight comes out during this match. The first match was McIntyre defeating Styles. The match was plain. Apparently Styles got distracted. Who cares? Cal Braxton went for the same things I'm just I'm just happy to be this opportunity. I'm like Rocky. I gotta win the title. Ugh, shut up. We got a pretty deadly vignette. Who cares? Bianca Belair, the sexy bad bitch. I'm gonna go WrestleMania, bitch. I'm like, oh, it got true. Defeated Mia Yim in a fucking stupid babyface fucking qualifying match. Who the fuck cares? We get Bayley and Dakota Kai. They're like, oh my, are you, I always support you or whatever. All you need to know that Dakota Kai is siding with fucking Bayley because get it. Oh, are you joining them? Are you in cahoots with them? Whatever. But Dakota Kai chooses Bayley supposedly. Whatever. We just say, the game. Braun Breaker's with him, but then Paul like, that's just talent. Well, I gotta tell you this. Basically, what happened last, we told you to fix it. But you know what's gonna happen next week? The tribal chief and The Rock will be here, and Triple's I'm looking forward to it. So instead of tonight, we have to wait till next week to see The Rock and Roman. Why not both nights, you motherfucker? great. We can't enjoy good things. And I'm just saying, why couldn't you have done what you did on the media scrum or whatever, the press media bullshit on a fucking Raw and SmackDown? Yeah, you have to fucking watch a YouTube show instead of fucking shit like that on TV. Like, come on here. Bobby Lashley says him and the Street Profits are gonna go to Raw and fucking beat Bronson Reed, whatever. I don't know, something. Oh yeah, same scene. Ori gets interviews like, I didn't like being at home watching WrestleMania without me, but as far as Roman Reigns is concerned, his road to WrestleMania is gonna set a slight detour. But in the chamber, I'm gonna remind everybody the 3 WC letters RKO, whatever. The third match, which was a third, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate defeated the DIY, or I'll call them DUI, like Vince Russo would call them, because I feel like I'm having a DUI with this shit. Dominic says, I'm gonna win the chamber, and then fucking Kevin Owens like, no, I'm gonna beat you in the chamber, and then fucking stupid, R-Truth, he's retarded, he thinks he's talking to Miz, but he's talking to R-Truth, and then Kevin Owens went along with. And the main event, Orton defeats Sami Zayn. Orton looks like he hurt his back, but it's like selling. I am kind of worried about his back because, like, again, like sure.
All right, so the camera cut off, unfortunately. So Orton won against Sami Zayn. Match was whatever. I don't think Orton's gonna be injured, but obviously Orton's gotta be careful with his back. So, I don't think he can go for 10 years as he wanted to, because maybe the RKO has taken toll in his career, and doing a lot of moves in the back is gonna be bad. But I don't know. I still think they should try to have done Orton and Reigns at one point. They should definitely do that match eventually. They should have done that match as a one-on-one. If they were not going to do it at the Rumble, they should have done it in the Chamber. And then eventually Adam Pearce should have cost them the match. They missed a big opportunity for that. They really did. In the end of the day, SmackDown sucked. Was looking forward to it. Unfortunately, they ruined our expectations. And again, I gotta say this, why aren't they doing shit like how they did in the press conference on fucking WWE shows like Raw and SmackDown? So we have to legit waste our time on a Thursday night to freaking view a YouTube show where they did all the big intriguing things instead of doing a fucking big epic like confrontation, a big epic press conference like that on a Raw and SmackDown. Like, can we get that type of stuff on TV? God, what's wrong with this company, man? Well, overall, this show sucked, man. It was pretty boring. It's good to see Triple H. It was okay what he did. But literally, the first 10 minutes was just the only cool thing. But it's like, come on here. It's not enough to save the show. Ugh, this show sucked. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.